Hi, I haven't posted anything in a while, and I don't really know why. I haven't really had anything to say, but got a message from a girl on YouTube about a month ago, and I never actually got around to responding to it until now. So it was about a documentary on eating disorders and things like that. And no, I haven't actually been diagnosed with anything. I would probably have to say that I do have something, and I don't really plan to go and get to tell anybody about it because, quite frankly, I'm okay with it. There's been a lot of TV shows and things like that about people with eating disorders, and most of them are scripted, or the people on them don't really want to tell exactly how it is for fear of someone thinking it's strange or someone trying to help them when they don't want to help. And there's also been a lot of videos on YouTube, especially one recently, of there was this one girl and she was in her underwear saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm happy with myself, everybody else should be as well, you're all pretty, you're all beautiful, blah blah blah." And yeah, fair enough, a lot of people think that, it's a nice thing to say to people, but I don't think any of them understand that it's just not that easy. I get a lot of comments saying, "Oh, you're so good looking, you're so this, you're so that," but at the end of the day, it's not really that easy to accept because you just don't see it. And I think that's called body dysmorphia disorder, and it always, not always, but tends to link on with eating disorders. Pretty much always, actually. A person could be like 75 pounds. I don't know how much that is in kilos off the top of my head, or stone, about 5 stone or something. And still think that they're a whale. And that only applies to that person specifically. I'm 7 stone now, and it's 100 pounds, 45 kilos ish. And I don't like that. I still look at myself and go, "Oh, I'm so fat, oh, I hate it, blah blah blah." But a lot of my friends, all of my friends actually weigh more than me, and they are bigger than me, and I think they're stunning, absolutely stunning, but it's just not the same for me. I always come up with these, "Oh, I'm sure it's okay, it's different." You know, if I weighed 9 stone, I'd look much worse than someone who's 5'10" and weighed 9 stone, you know? But I don't think that it's really that. It's hard to explain unless you've been through it, but yeah, I think a lot of people I've seen are really good looking, regardless of their size, except, the extremities that would probably be considered a fetish to some. But I just don't see it in myself at all, and I don't think I ever will. A lot of people that I've on websites have gone through recovery, they say they feel better about themselves, sure, but there's still that nagging voice in the back of their head saying, "Oh, you're still fat, should you really be eating that?" And it's not something that's easy to get over, and it doesn't really help if you get people either throwing compliments at you or throwing insults at you. I mean, personally, I get a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people saying that I'm good looking, that I'm thin enough, but then you get those other people that are absolute wankers, and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, you're alright looking, but you're still fat," or not long ago I had someone say that I suck my stomach in, and that, because I have a different body shape to some people, obviously everyone has a different body shape, but I would be what's considered a pear shape, where I don't quite slim up top but heavier on the bottom. And my mum's the same way, her mum's the same way, genetic things, But yeah, someone said that I was sucking in because my thighs were not you know, like matchsticks, and there's not really anything I can do about that. Not really, anyway, but people just don't seem to get it, you know? They're just being horrible for the sake of being horrible, and it's those comments, those few comments, that really get to people who have a mental disorder, you would call it, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. There's also, I suppose, the guilt that comes with it, that comes with the eating and comes with the not eating, because a lot of people with eating disorders, if they're not living alone, then, or if they live with their parents, there's a lot of issues within the family. Personally, I don't have any, because I think my mum is she doesn't really eat much either, and my dad is a little bit oblivious to everything, so I never get that. But a lot of other people, they've had, you know, their families have been torn apart and stuff, and there's the guilt from that, where if you're not eating, and then your parents or friends, family, they will notice and get really worried about you, and you feel bad for making them worry. But then there's the guilt of when you do eat, that you don't deserve it or something. And then there's also the connection with food and everything else in your life. It seems to connect to everything somehow. You did bad on an exam, you don't get to eat today, that's your punishment. But then there's a sick pleasure in not eating for a day, 2 days, 3 days, or going to bed hungry or something like that. It feels good, but at the same time, you know that it's not good for you. It's very contradictory in the thinking process. Right now I can't really think of anything else to say on it, but when I do, I will make another video. But this is for Lucie, because she messaged me, and yeah, hopefully that will help a little bit. But once I think of something else to say, I will say it. So, okay, bye-bye for now.